Track wrestling with TJ Miller, head wrestling coach at Loras College. You were ranked first at one point. What does your fan base think when that happens?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, some of them get pretty fired up, but I mean, it really didn't change anything about who we are or the guys that we have or anything. I think they dropped maybe one guy out that hadn't wrestled yet, which was kind of a head scratcher, but it is what it is. We have no control over that.
You guys got second last year, first trophy in program history. What did that do? Did a lot of people get behind that and get excited about that?
Yeah,
trophy?
Actually there was. I mean, we had our golf outing last August, and I want to say there was like 200 people there. And it was the biggest one. We had to turn people away. And, I mean, when you have 36 foursomes and you got to turn people away, it's a good problem to have. It hurt to do that, but, yeah, the support's been unreal. Not just by like our boosters, our alumni, but just our administration, the people on campus, my colleagues. There's a ton of wrestling fans right now at Loras.
So you had to turn them away because of the trophy, you think?
No, it was just I had to turn them away because there were so many people that wanted to get in on our golf outing, and I think everyone loves a winner, and we started having a lot of success as of late, and it's just been a fun past couple years.
You have Nick Mitchell here. We're at the Grandview Open. He's the head wrestling coach at Grandview. How do you guys have a relationship, and how do you guys use each other?
I call him quite a bit for a little advice. We talk a lot. We actually talked at the convention. He was giving me a bunch of crap because we didn't have Grandview Open on the schedule. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it on the schedule when we were down there, and now we're here, and I'm so happy we did because the competition is just, it's been awesome today.
Who do you rely on for advice within the wrestling community? So you have Nick Mitchell, but are there other coaches that you rely on to stay sharp?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I talk to my father quite a bit, but mostly that's about my daughters, McKenna, Morrison, and Madden. But for the most part, I actually have a phone conversation usually about once a month with Kevin Bratlin of Coast Guard, Lorraine Gardner of Ozarks, and Brandon Brissett of Olivet. It's kind of something that we started when I became a head coach that first year, and Leroy was kind of a first-year head coach, and we've kind of continued to do it. We bounce ideas off of each other. And a lot is the colleagues that I have at Loras College. I'm in the head basketball coach's office, football coach's office. So I talk to those sports a lot, and I try to pick their brains on what's working for them. Because we're all at Loras, so there's a lot of things that they're selling that that work for us as well.
How do you keep making progress within this program? So we talked about that trophy, but how do you add on that and keep making the progress you need?
You just keep taking it one day at a time. That's what we focus on. We focus on ourselves. And, when you get a team that's as close as ours, I feel like they fight more for each other when they're close. So we just got a really good culture. And right now, I'm in the point where I'm trying not to mess things up almost because they're going so good. But I don't know. I'm always looking for new ideas. I'm always looking for things, trying to evolve. I question myself probably more than anything on if I'm doing this right or not. But a lot of times, man, it's just you don't make it complicated. I know what works, and I think when we have a lot of guys that are motivated like we do, this job's easy, and I think everybody does things better when they're motivated. So we got a motivated group of coaches, and I'm very excited about where we're at right now.
How do you overcome questioning yourself and getting on the right track?
I don't know. It's like $1 million question. I trust the process, I guess. I've seen this type of process, quite a bit. Obviously, with my experience at Wartburg, Holy Cross, there's a lot of adversity that hits in a wrestling season, and you just got to keep pushing forward and staying positive and knowing that at the end of the day it's going to work out. And really, my one day at a time mentality of just taking it one day at a time really makes things pretty simple.
Do you have to tell yourself to get back into the process and make sure you're abiding by that?
There's sometimes, where I got to check myself, and either me or my wife, or maybe Coach Kittleson, or I check Coach Kittleson, or that's the thing. Like it's been so much fun. It's like I have very few of those days, and it doesn't even feel like work. It's just it's fun. It's been a passion of mine for a long time, coaching, and these guys really make it easy that I have right now.
Is it fun to know you get to go to Cedar Rapids for D3 Nationals?
Yes. I did not enjoy it in Cleveland. I did not, and I enjoyed it in Roanoke because it was like obviously we did better, but I don't know. I mean, for me, the crowd's going to be huge because it hasn't been in Iowa for a long time. I think Loras is going to bring the biggest crowd it ever has. You got the Bergs that bring huge crowds, and then the Iowa Conference in general brings a huge crowd, whether it's Luther, Central, Co, and so forth. And it's just like Iowa's kind of the mecca for fan base. I think even in Division I, University of Iowa has the biggest fan base. They always sell out, and UNI's selling out. And Iowa State's fan base is growing. It's almost back to where it used to be back when Kale was there. So right now it's just an exciting time to be in Iowa, and I'm pumped to have it in Cedar Rapids. The 1 hour drive doesn't hurt either.
Back to your first trophy, didn't you have some people hug and kiss it and take it with them? Wasn't there kind of a big response with the actual physical trophy you got?
There was some people wanted it, some coaches wanted it. A guy named Leo Costello wanted it pretty bad. We took it to the feed store in Cascade. It's kind of our top secret place. Wayne's feed store, the Andrews boys who are alums, we took it there for a while. But it's been passed around quite a bit, but it's on my desk right now. We don't have a trophy case at Graber, so I think we're in the works of figuring out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna build the trophy case. So, because track, literally 2 months later, my neighbor, Coach Jones, won the first national title in Loras history. So that was pretty incredible.
TJ, all the best. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.